Hi, everybody. This is a special Sunday, and we are going to talk. Not get enough sunlight. So, Christmas is coming. He has an anger problem, but I'm going to pray to God to help him to release those anger. Don't know where it's coming from. Trying to find out, but I don't know how to get to the bottom of this. But I'm gonna pray, and one day it's going to say, "Grandma, why are you so angry?" But nevertheless, I think I'll hear from him one of these days. I'm praying, and so he can help other students having the same problem and how they can resolve it. So that is it. My love at 60 video. I hope it was going places, but guess what? My boo is out of the island for 3 whole weeks. 3 whole weeks? Can you believe it? But anyway, I'm praying for him, and whatever it chooses, whatever is going just now, I'm praying that God will protect him, guide him, support him in his endeavors, so that's it from me on that topic. Let me start by telling you guys that I was such a ardent churchgoer. Not only churchgoer, I was a member trying my best. Really, I grew up loving God, because I see in my young tender years the great things that He has done. And I'd say too that I am from a dysfunctional family. Most of us are, and it happens because the old trauma from slavery is still very much evident, and so we have to. It's a generational thing. So my generation is that my generation. Then that's when we start to realize that um, we have been taught the correct way of doing things. Not in every area, but the ardent churchgoer, very strict as a Christian, I suppose. But and getting to understand myself just most recently when I decided that finding out so much about our African roots and all these things, and realize that so much has been taken away, and the opportunity to leave from one location, especially to go to Africa. It seems it took centuries to ensure that we as black people do not communicate, so that we could find our roots from earlier and that sort of thing. So we still, even down to this generation, Gen Z, they're still feeling the effect of it, because we, in our generation, we didn't understand it, and so I guess it's going to stop at a generation, so that we can be more able to understand, not understand how we can help to get rid of these barriers, because the white man, the Mozungos, had their strategy planned from over 2 centuries ago. So, and they are successful in some ways. I would even say majority still, and they kept us so apart, like the Caribbean from Africa. That's where we are from, really. And they kept us far apart, and it wasn't a difficulty for Africans to leave from West Africans right there to come to the islands and to go back, you know, and they put it in the books to ensure that we that we still have this. And now we're learning, realize even down to the very ice cream. It was a black person who invented the whole thing. And they take it as if they what's the word? Revolutionized it, right? And they were like depicting, they add something to some layers to it, and it's like they are the one who actually invented that. So, from airplanes to iron boards to washing machines to lighting, because actually we learned that it was Edison Thomas who was the creator of electricity. It was actually taken from black innovator um, who was, they're just coming out of slavery, who invented the whole thing. And so they stole, identities in so many ways and shape and form. And they're presently doing it. Even in the fashion this industry. Now we come to realize that they are taking like the fabric, so even like what the Messiah wore, so they generate the same kind of fabric, and then it would seem as if it was the West had actually designed something like that. What I see coming out of you have to turn down that. Nano! Nano, turn down the TV you're talking. What about this little boy? Milk company now. What you want to give his grandma? So much trouble. Okay. So, as I was saying, so many things happen. Even to understand 80, we didn't even understand that. And the great things that 80 did. So when they hear about what they're actually trying to do is to wipe out the history. Don't want them to be looking like they are always on the wrong side of history, but those Western nations, they are always on the wrong side of history. It beholds me, I tell you. Just like now, recently you find these people coming out and understanding that the younger generation, that the parents can't tell them things because they are able to find out issues themselves. So you find in note now that you find a lot of blacks marrying to those kind of people. As if somebody must have said color punk person. So I'm finding a lot of that today, right? So, because they too searching for love and they can't probably find it actually in their kind of really because of how twisted they have made history to be, and so this is where we are. When they say that they bring about civilization, it's actually a hoax. You know. So you learn and you understand that the Moors and the Jews, black people that I'm talking about, they civilized them from Spain back to those countries. They got them civilized because they never usually love bathing. And the Moors they went, and it is there presently in that even if they try to obscure it from history, it is there. the baths in the public where people could bathe because they were even sleeping with their animals. Can you believe that? Yeah. Um, can you imagine? This is in the African. So when I look at it and realize that our church here, they didn't, the leaders didn't know better, even if they are educated. And then all of a sudden, the great explosion of the things that pastors do, it wasn't, I don't know, it was such a explosion. It's like whatever is have been hidden is now exposed. And in the present situation, I'm not sure if they are looking at it and start questioning, because in our generation we don't question nothing at all, at all. We sit down and being told that so and so and so, and you don't see them doing it themselves. So this is a real distortion of the principles. So there's no overflow of persons can research no and see even the books that were written about black people at the time, and you start to realize even the HIV story, it's not, it's how they took it to Africa. They started it in Africa from the Congo, where this white man, sorry, not white man, but Mozungo, the color palm people. So all of that now has affected my Christianity, especially see a friend out and door then Aiden. Nano. Go and call to him now. Hey Nano. You see him go up the road. Bye. Go there, see him up there, so go. See the young man I'm talking about there. See him there? Hope everybody can see him. He soon come back. Come now, Nano, make them see you. That's my great grandson. Greatest boy ever. But a lot of trouble. Yeah. So that's it. So it affected me, and I recognize that people on a whole is that when you say you're a Christian, it's that the principle of the Bible is very hard to live. I tell you, because if I am coming from somewhere, going to a church meeting in the night, and I know this particular person is coming to Spanish town, and they're teaching and all of that. And with the time you're ready, you don't have a weekly, because you take public and you want to, continue to. And when they said, when you ask, can you assist me with taking me to Spanish town? This is in the area where you can get something to go to. Okay? So learning how people think that we are still human beings, first and foremost, no matter what they say. So you are first a person, a human being. God equipped you with your thinking faculty, your faculties, and so on. So when you think about everything, you realize that even though the Bible said we must look out for one another in a practical way because that's what Christ did. But he couldn't do that to everybody. So you realize that persons who preach forgiveness, it's very empty. It's not that there's no rationale in it. It's just because the word said so, but to practically do that, that is not the thing that has been happening. So look at it. I know I'm influenced by. No, you need to question everything. So I'm questioning from the Bible to everything. Because if there's a Bible in Ethiopia, and I must even say Africa is a paradise. Because when I recognize that even Victoria Falls, and I don't like call it that, it's Zimbabwe Falls. No Victoria. She didn't create anything. She didn't do anything to have that name. They need to change the fall. The name of the fall, there was a name given to it. So why is it now changed to Victoria Fall? What is it that she didn't do anything? She did she discover it? And so many black people lived in the land. So that means, and they're making a whole heap of money off it. The photograph and now it's copyright. Some of them the pictures have been copyright, and it's the color palm people. You know. So and they don't. If they will say give back to the country, even half of what they, because it's not in their country. They don't have any natural phenomena like the floods in Zimbabwe. That ton. Nowhere else in the world. The kind of animals that you see. Nowhere in the world. So, because they are saying that they found civilization and just tore up people's mind, you know. So, it's not a good thing, and I'm not pleased about it. But we can talk about this on a second part two. So we'll do that, right? I was just discussing about my grandson.
Thank you for watching.
They are my heartbeats, so I have to look out for them. I have to do that. So bye for now, and please to subscribe. Come Nano, come tell them what them to do. Subscribe, share, and like. It won't cost you anything. It's free. So see you in the next one.